About a year ago, I was in Philadelphia. I am still a clinical psychologist and had a similar position then. And it was my first, real career job after getting my PhD. And I just felt like I wasn't sure if I had signed up for the right thing, honestly. I had reached this point where I was done my training. I had spent so many years for this, and I really was excited about my career and the decisions I made, but it just wasn't feeling like what I expected that it would be. I was debating, I think my dream at that point was truly leaving my job, finding a desk job, right? Where
I remember.
I go into work, I come home, I have zero attachment to this work at all. And so I was really kind of debating whether I needed to do something like that, because it was just too much. And I was kind of addicted to negativity at that time too, where I just complained about work. I just felt so resistant to everything around me. I felt like I had the right idea of how things should go and was just really in denial of life and reality. I was trying to make it be what I wanted it to be. And then, we have the rest of the week where we do our own thing, and I can do all of the things that I need to do, and he's not distracting me.
Funny.
And it just changed so much to where now, right? I am consciously prioritizing those things because that's what really matters to me. I still get meaning from connecting to my patients and to helping families. But it doesn't have to be everything. And so I get more joy and more meaning out of my life if I have that texture where I'm getting it from different sources, right?
That's beautiful.
And so, and so I've been making sure that I have the time for those things. I remember the email that you're talking about, Julie, I think, and you sent me a voice message and you were saying I don't know if you get what you just did, but you prioritized your big rocks, we call them in the program. That's a big deal. I mean, it's funny because I think too, when I watched all of these videos, I had a similar reaction where I thought oh, it's great that this worked for all of them. I bet it's just not going to pan out that way for me. And I think that it really comes down to kind of giving yourself that chance to even start with, and to think that you're worthy and you matter enough to give it that chance. I think that part of why I just couldn't, even fathom that back then was I was just thinking my mindset was very much I'll just take what I can get, and this is going to be enough, and I won't even question things. And so I think just that piece of acknowledging and realizing that, you do deserve to give it a chance and kind of to want more than that, is really kind of the start for me of where I started to see that shift and just what keeps me on that track now too. I mean, I think that it's changed most aspects because I think that whether it's the job or my relationship or whatever sphere we're talking about, that has just helped me operate more from a place of compassion for myself, which kind of frees up my capacity to do things, to think more intentionally about what I want out of life. We always have some sort of choice in how our lives are unfolding. And so I think that's just the biggest message that I would want to share with someone who's debating it, is just to kind of ask themselves, if not now, when, and how am I going to make sure that I do this? Because, I just think that it's important to, think about how is that going to happen? How am I going to carve out that life that I want? And if I'm putting it off, why am I putting it off, and what am I waiting for? Because I think as I asked myself that, I just had fewer and fewer reasons to do that. I just realized, I don't want to waste any more time not doing it this way.